When a person is tone deaf, that is to say, he cannot hear melodies. He only hears noise, and he can't understand why other people find music attractive. What is his deficiency? Where is he blind? His blindness is that he cannot hear relationships, or rather, in musical language, he doesn't hear intervals. If you are musically sensitive, what you hear in a melody is not a string of notes. You hear the steps between them. You recognize the major scale of C as ascending. Why do we think of that as up? What does it mean that one sound is higher than another? That's nonsense to a person who's tone deaf. They're just different sounds. There are boomy sounds and squeaky sounds, but they don't rhyme. You see, he hears no motion. Because you see, each note is static. He doesn't hear the lead from one to the other. It's static. Also, a person who's a logical positivist is a tone-deaf philosopher. See? And you can't explain, there's nothing you can do to a tone-deaf person to explain how you hear music, just as there's absolutely no way of making a congenitally blind person understand color. Or we may find out one of them, we may find out a lot more about our senses, but in the ordinary way, he just can't get it. So in exactly that same way, there are people who cannot get certain things. And there are such people, you know all the words, but you don't know the music. And you may as not waste your energy trying to convince, but there are a lot these poor afflicted souls who just aren't functioning on a certain wavelength. But now I don't want to say, make a kind of a esoteric theme out of it. A lot of people are trained to pretend that they are not on that waveband. You may be perfectly capable of understanding the relationship between a cause and effect. You know what the relationship is? It's very simple. They're the same event, only divided into two parts. If you see a cat walk by a very narrow window, you see first the head and a little later the tail. If you speak in cumbersome philosophical language, you're going to start talking about the event head being the cause of the event tail. Well, it's all one cat.